And welcome to Capital Talk, a program we hope will have an impact on the future of Kenya. Yes, indeed, now more than ever, I'm Jeff Koinange. Now, you've been asking for this interview for the last couple of weeks, folks, especially the last week or so, when that event happened in South Africa. We were talking about the Big Brother event, 91 days in that house. Everyone was saying, come what may, bring back our champion. The man went in, let's face it, when he went in, his career was literally on the rocks. So was his life, personal life. He wasn't going anywhere fast. And he went into that house, folks. And even before he went, there was a lot of people hating, saying, why him? Or seriously? Or really? But I tell you, he didn't relent. This man has grown up in the rough streets of Eastlands. He's grown up doing it the hard way. But he always knew, he always felt there was something bigger in life for him. So he went into that house, and week after week, despite nominations, he hung in. The very last day, it was down to the last two. And I tell you, folks, I was on the edge of my seat. I felt he was going to win it, but he didn't. He was first runner-up, but there was better things ahead for him, folks. Bono, you know him, the guy from U2? He saw my guest's works, and he's nominated him as his ambassador for a campaign he's running called One, to help fight hunger across the continent. This is huge, and they couldn't have picked a better person to be the ambassador, folks. You need to hear this young man's story, from the biggest hits for sure, for shizzle. Let's Get Down, is that what it is? Let's Get Down?
Yes, sir.
I got that, yeah. The Greatest, Nipe Nikupe, you name it, folks. Oh yeah, he gets into a helicopter once in a while and arrives at a venue. But that's Prezzo for you. Grew up as Jackson Makini in the streets. Folks, 2 words, sit back. Prezzo, Ambassador Prezzo, is on the bench.
How's it going, big
What's
boss?
up, my brother?
What's up?
Good to see you, man.
Likewise.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
No, honestly, man,
you.
you have done us as proud as some of our Olympians. You know that. It's like winning the gold, even though you didn't win the overall.
Yeah.
You came out a champion, bro.
Thank you very much. That means a lot, man.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. Why did they pick you, Prez?
Because, you know, Prez is half man, half amazing. You know what I mean? All the time, you know, like on the tabloids, you'll be seeing some stuff, you know, about Prezzo.
Yeah.
It amazes me sometimes, you know, but I felt like, you know, God just put this platform for me to actually show my fans out there. And, you know, haters are lovers in disguise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just to show everybody who this person Prezzo is.
Yeah.
And I took it.
And Prezzo, after they called you, it took you a while to be convinced to go into that place, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
You weren't convinced.
You know, like it was 1 month to be precise. And, you know, my mom kept advocating for them all the time. She's like, no, you should give it a try. So my mom and I were very close. So every time she talks to me, you know, it would be sinking in. And then finally, you know, I just gave in.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
But in the meantime, the haters came out.
Yes, sir.
They were saying, I mean, who is this? Why him?
Yes, sir.
We could have better representatives.
Yes, sir.
Did that hurt you a bit?
You know, funny thing is, like, it used to hurt me before when I started my career. But then I appreciate, you know, like, negative energy because it brings out the best of me. You know, I use it to my advantage. Like, just because you think I won't make it to this far, okay, thank you, I'm going to prove you wrong. Yes. Kind of thing.
But let's face it, Prezzo, your career wasn't going very far, was it, at that point?
I would say, you know, my career, I'd already built a platform for it, you know, and that's why, like, how many celebrities are there, like, in our country? We have lots and lots of them. Yeah. But, you know, like, for the Star Game, they especially, particularly wanted this individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you walked in, the day you walk in and you find all these other contestants, what was going through your mind? Did you say, there's no way I can make it to day 91?
I went in there, like, you know, with the mentality that, you know, I'm here to make my country proud and I'm here for the grand prize. With a name like Prezzo, you know, you don't settle for less. You know what I mean? Like, failure is not an option. So I never ever thought like, oh, what if I don't make? No, I always knew whatever the case, I will be here up until the very last minute.
Yeah.
I have a lot of faith in God, you know. I don't think I'm that bad of a person. So I knew, you know, my chances were very high for me to last till
Yeah.
the very end.
And you kept Kenya at the core of everything you did, Prezzo. I mean, the clothes you wore, the things, your attitude
Yes, sir.
was Kenya first, man.
Thank you very much.
No, honestly.
Thank you.
Did the other housemates notice this? Did they say, hey,
Yes, sir.
what's with the patriotism?
Yes, sir. You know, funny thing is, in the house, there's so much paranoia in there. So, for example, like I'd be going to the kitchen to grab a Coke or something, you know, a glass of water. And then, you know, I go like, so Jeff, would you like a glass of water too? And you'd be like, yeah, sure thing, why not? But in your mind, you're thinking, okay, that's his strategy. He's actually trying to show Africa that, you know. So when I went in there with my T-shirts and everything, you know, I was there to represent my country, point blank, period. You know, I knew, like, you know, I had so much support from my country, and my mission was to make my country proud. Whether somebody loved Prezzo or hated Prezzo before, I wanted them to see who the real Prezzo is. And then now we'll go back to the polls again.
Yes.
Do you love or do you hate Prezzo?
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Let's go to that last day, because I was watching that last day. I was switching between that and the Olympics, right? Back and forth.
Right.
So it comes down, what was it? You were 5 in the house in the beginning of the evening?
Yes, sir.
And then they started eliminating.
It was 6 of us. Actually.
6.
Yeah.
So they started eliminating.
Yes, sir.
4 went.
Yeah.
It was you and Keegan.
Yes, sir.
I could have sworn this thing was yours, man. Were you thinking the same thing?
I was thinking the same thing, sir. Like, I'm gonna say it out there, you know. My biggest threat was Lady May.
From Namibia, is that?
From Namibia,
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Once Biggie said Lady May, I was like, Keegan, it's been what shoe size do you wear? You know, like, after this maybe I'm gonna hook you up with a little something, you know, like upgrade you a little bit.
Correct.
You know,
Get you a haircut or something.
get you a decent haircut.
Yes,
you
right.
know, love the mohawk, by the way. You know, I was thinking all sorts of things. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, when he said Keegan, I was like, okay. But still, I was grateful to God. You know, I was grateful to everybody who showed Prezzo support and love.
Yeah.
I'm not a sore loser. You know what I mean? I believe, you know, there's bigger things in store for me
Yeah.
out there.
And there was. Because this button right here.
Yes, sir.
This button
Yes, sir.
from Bono,
From Bono, man.
Mary J. Blige, you know that?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, how did they get to hear about what you were doing?
We had a task in the house, you know, concerning like the One campaign and, you know, like malnutrition in Africa. So they asked us to make T-shirts with a slogan on it. So I sat down, you know, like I had a conversation with Two-Face because he visited us in the house. And Two-Face kept insisting, like, you know, young people don't think it's cool to be a farmer, you know.
Yeah.
So I incorporated my conversation with him and came up with Swagger Farmer, you know. Swag.
Yeah.
Farming.
Yes.
You know, all sorts of ideas were coming, but I settled for that Swagger Farmer, you know, and they liked it.
Bono must have watched it somehow.
Yes, sir.
And he
did.
said, that's my guy.
He said, that's the dude I need to roll with. That's the ambassador. You know what I mean?
Word.
And to be quite honest, you know, I could get used to this, man. I'm loving it.
Are you loving it, Prezzo?
Yes, sir.
No, come on. Okay. So this the next day, and they're taking you around the malls and stuff, right? Because,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a couple of
Right.
days to go, and they're showing you around.
Yeah.
What was it like then, when you hit the malls?
Now that's when, you know, I felt like Michael Jackson resurrected in me, because the fan base was just overwhelming.
Were people screaming?
Screaming, you know, chanting Prezzo, Prezzo. And you know, keep in mind, like, I was with the other housemates as well, and the other housemates never got, you know, a reception like the one I got. You know,
Yeah.
it went to the extent where South Africans would come to me and say, we don't understand how Keegan won because we voted for you and we voted. And I'm like, wow, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was overwhelming.
Wow.
I just, you know, I was speechless, you know.
And you were someone who was used to publicity and celebritydom here at home.
I thought I was used to it, man, up until that point, you know, like, I actually had to go back to the books and start, you know, revising again. I'm like, now this is how you act in front of people.
Right.
This is how you sign autographs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's like you were born for this, Prezzo, in a way, when you look back on your life.
Yes, sir.
With all the controversy, all the this and that.
Yes, sir.
You were born for this, man.
I believe so,
Someone
sir.
was preparing you for the big day.
And you know, when I came out the house, the last day, I saw my mom, you know, and I was looking at her. I always wanted my mom to be proud. You know what I mean? And you know, for me, like I said before, failure is not an option. So I looked at my mom and I said to myself, I'm like, well, at least, you know, she's proud because she gave birth to a star.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
We're in a foreign country and people are chanting her son's name. You know, and I was like, man, you know, I know she's proud deep down inside, even though she doesn't say it as often, but
They never do, man. Believe me.
Yes, sir.
They wouldn't say it.
Yes, sir.
But was she a little disappointed she didn't walk home with 25 million shillings?
You know, my mom, she's a very positive person. You know, my mom's like Mama Teresa. Like, she takes life, she adjusts to each and every situation, and I'm like, are you serious, man? You know,
Yeah.
she'd be like, no, Baba, don't worry about it. Bigger things are, you know, ahead of you. She's always on that positive vibration, so
Right.
she wasn't disappointed.
No.
You know,
And now you get to earn more money than Kibaki, they say.
you know, I don't know about that, but
When you heard, because I watched you on stage, right? And Ike was talking to you about all these things and your achievements and everything. And then he mentioned the one campaign thing.
Yes,
Did
sir.
that shock you? Were you surprised?
it did, man. You know, at that particular point in time, so many things are running through your head. You're thinking, okay,
Why didn't I win?
why didn't I win? Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, why didn't I win? Number three, kwa nini? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So when Ike hit me with the news about one campaign, I was honored, man. You know,
Yes.
because I want to be, you know, as a role model, you know, like you open up doors for the next generation and so on and so forth. You see, so
yes.
I wanted to be that person that, you know, people look up to and say, he did us proud, you know, we're proud of him.
That's right.
He is a product of our environment.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So with the one campaign, it's a good platform for me. I'm going to do it, like, you know, to the best of my abilities. So help me God.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Prezzo, I want to talk more about that after break. And also growing up in Eastlands and also all that swag that you have with you. Where'd you get that from? And also, but at the end of the day, how do you prevent all this hating from getting to you? Because we are a country of haters, man. My brother, I should know this. How do you get over that stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a break, my brother.
Let's pay some bills.
He's the king of bling, the sultan of swag, folks, and now he's ambassador at the One campaign. He's going to be hanging out with Bono, Mary J. Blige. He's going to a Jay-Z concert in a few weeks, and he's going to try and help make leaders aware across the continent about hunger, fighting hunger, eradicating famine across the continent. I tell you, folks, they could not have picked a better man for the job. Jackson Makini from East Lee, folks, a.k.a. Prezzo, a.k.a. El Presidente. He is representing on this smoking bench. Do not even think of touching that remote control, because we are surely back in a moment. And welcome back to Capital Talk. What a week it's been on the bench, folks. A week of major inspiration. And we're wrapping it up with a young man, 32 years old, who's just, I tell you, much respect. You got to give this man his due. Not only did he survive 91 days in the Big Brother house against contestants from across the continent, he came out literally, folks, on the final day, first Kenyan ever, to make it to the finals. And even though he was first runner-up, he's now been made ambassador of the One campaign thanks to Bono, Mary J. Blige, and the rest of those folks trying to combat hunger across the continent. Jackson Makini growing up in Nisili, making it all the way to become Prezzo with hit songs across the board, folks. And he admits his career was on the downswing. Now it's back up. How about that? could only happen to the king of bling, the sultan of swag. 2 words. Sit back.
Big bro.
My man.
What's up, my
We're
man?
proud of you, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
If I could ask for an autograph right now, if I had a piece of paper,
Yeah.
you the man. You the man.
You know, coming from you, it means a lot, bro. You know what I mean?
But growing up in school, did you know you were going to be an entertainer did you know you were destined for something like this?
Yeah, I always knew. You know, like in high school, in the talent shows and everything, I'd always be there doing my thing. Not my own music, but like Snoop Dogg's music, you know.
Yeah.
And I would actually, you know, come number 1 in all the talent shows.
You.
Yes, sir.
When did they first call you Prezzo or President or El Presidente?
You know, Prezzo came right after, you know, my O-levels. I did my O-levels in Braeburn. You know, when I came out, you know, I had like my own crew, the CMB family.
Cash Money Brothers.
Yes, sir.
CMB.
CMB. You know what I mean? So, you know, the members of my crew are the ones who gave that name to me.
And it stuck.
To be totally honest, like the first interview I went for after my first single, I wasn't really prepped, you know, like I didn't know how you know, to carry myself or whatnot. I was still wet around the ears.
Sure.
And this lady goes like in Swahili, she's like, so tuko na mwanamuziki bora, tuambie unaitwa nani kijana? So I was like, that's a good question. You know? And then, you know, I was like, if I say Jackson J,
Right.
no.
Right.
MCJ, oh, no ways, you know. And then I was just like, yeah, Prezzo, you know. And since that day, you know, it was a household name.
It stuck.
Yes, sir.
So what happens? Okay, wait. So now we're leaving South Africa. We jump on the KQ flight
Yeah.
coming home.
Yes, sir.
What was that like?
Goosebumps, man, you know.
Yeah.
There's that one tune, like
Yeah.
we all know. That
Go on, man. Sing it.
I was like, yeah, somebody pinched me, you know. And it was a beautiful thing because I could feel the love, you know, from the time when I saw, like, you know, our plane and the flag and everything. You know what I mean? Like, I've never loved Kenya more than I do right now because I feel like, you know, I was out there, you know, like holding the Kenyan flag as high as I could, and I was proud of myself.
Yes.
And, you know, like the love that people showed me, from the cabin crew to the passengers to everybody, you know, captains are actually coming to congratulate me. I'm like, thank you very much, sir. I'm very, you know, humbled, man.
Wow.
It's a blessing.
You know, it just shows you did something in that house in those 91 days, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
You did something.
Yes, sir.
You touched, you know, a chord somewhere.
Yes, sir.
And people appreciate,
Yes, sir.
right?
And I appreciate, you know, like it's a two-way traffic always, give and take, you know. Before I went in the house, you know, like people were skeptical about Prezzo. They didn't believe in Prezzo, you know. But as time went by, you know, I appreciate the fact that they actually now joined up together to support Prezzo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Puts a lot of pressure on you now, Prezzo, because everyone's saying, okay, you've been given your second chance. Now what?
Yeah. You know, like to make a mistake is not a mistake. To repeat a mistake, on the other hand, is what makes a mistake. So I've been there, done that, you know, whatever it is. I've bought the t-shirt, washed it, and it's faded. You know what I mean? This time around, it's just strictly business. You know what I mean? I want Kenya to still keep being proud of, you know, their son, Prezzo. So I'm not going to let that go down for sure. The potholes that I hit, like on my journey, I'm going to avoid them this time. The hurdles and the bumps, all that, you know, it's smooth sailing now for Prezzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a busy schedule ahead, don't you? I mean, being ambassador for one,
Yes, sir.
you're going to be doing a lot of travel.
Yes, sir.
Are you up for it?
Oh man, most definitely. Most definitely. You know, there's nothing as good as always giving back. I'd said to myself, had I have won that money, there was a percentage that I'd put aside for, you know, my peoples, just giving back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never wanted to mention it from the word go because I didn't want people to think that's his strategy. He wants, you know, people to be, you know, on his side because he said he's going to give this much to charity. But I love what they've given me, and everything happens for a reason. You know, I believe I'm going to make a good ambassador. Thank you very much.
Balozi?
Balozi. You know what I mean? I just want to make my country proud.
Yes, yes.
And you know, that's my mission from now till the very last day.
Yeah. You got to tell me what your secret is, Prezzo, because you have such a good attitude, despite the fact that you know there are haters out there.
Yes, sir.
You know, people constantly hate on people.
Yes, sir.
I told you about that syndrome called PhD.
PhD.
Pull him or her down. What do you tell people out there, the young kids watching you, men and women, who need that confidence, who need to get over those haters? What do you tell them?
You just go to the mirror, look into the mirror, you know, and pat yourself on the back. And when you pat yourself on the back, it means that you believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, no man take you down. You know, anybody who God blesses, no man can curse. It was written. So, if anything, use that to your advantage. There's a book, like, you know, I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Say it.
It's called 48 Laws of Power.
Heard of it?
It says, if you want to be, you know, a powerful person, if you have no enemies, make some. You know, when I read that, I was like, who the hell wrote this book? And I was like on the back cover and everything.
Yeah.
But it's the truth, though. Without enemies, then you're not successful, you know.
Yeah.
Enemies might be too strong. Without haters, you're not successful. But, you know, instead of crying about it, you know, prove to those haters that you can do whatever it is that they think you cannot do. Word is
Just
born.
so word is bond, my brother. I saw your rungu fall down a second ago, and I remembered you kept it in the house. You kept it all the time, man.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. And you know where, you know, I got inspired by, you know, our former president.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was my trademark right there.
And this is not the original one.
This is not the original one. This one's more pimped out, you know. The original one, a very good friend who works at Endemol wanted to buy it off me for a ridiculous amount.
Really?
Yeah, she wanted to give me, like, it was 50,000 rands.
Come on.
Yeah.
Half a meter.
Yes, sir.
In our money.
In our money. And you know, for a minute I thought about it. I was like, well, for maybe 49,000, I'll give you a discount. Yeah. But then I was like, no, man, you know, here you go, from me to you. And I gave it to her.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
She was an old lady, you know, but she proved to me that she was my #1 fan, because she would narrate my diary sessions. She went like, namaste, you know, and all that.
Yeah.
So
she knew everything you were doing.
everything. So it was only right, you know, for me to just give her. But she was serious about it, though. I would have come back here with another 500,000
In your pocket.
Yes, sir.
Ka-chink, ka-chink.
Ching, ching.
All right. Lowest moment in the house.
Lowest moment would be when Rocky left. You know, when Rocky, the guy from Zimbabwe, got disqualified. Man, you know, it was like snakes and ladders. You know, you get to that snake close to the end, and then it takes you back to square one.
Correct.
I felt shattered, man. You know, because Rocky was a brother for real. That would have been my lowest moment. You know.
Highest point.
Highest point was each and every day, Jeff. Trust me. You know, like, you get up each and every day and you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm here to, I don't know about other people, but I was there to just represent my country.
And you knew that every day you were being nominated to go home.
Yes,
Every week, rather.
Yes, sir.
They knew. You knew.
Yes, sir. But the reason why is because they were scared of competition. People in that house are smart as well, you know. So, you know, divide and rule. Let's get rid of the Maasai warrior. And then, you know, our chances to the 300,000 will be closer. You know.
Including your fellow countrymen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I want people to understand that it's just a game. Alex is a brother to me, you know, just as much as you're a brother to me. You know, like, we're all together as one. So, fine, you know, whatever happened in the Big Brother house happened there. But it's just a game. It's not like, you know, real life. So, we should all have a forgiving heart, you know. You know, life goes on. I want him to come for my party tonight as well.
Word.
And Joe coming too, bro.
Where's the party, man?
At Carnivore. You know, it's going down, man. B.I.G. And you know it, man.
It's going to be massive.
It's going to be swaggerific, bro.
Swaggerific. I love it. I was just thinking about, you know, when when We Are the World came out, remember? In 1985 because of hunger in Ethiopia.
Yes,
Are you going to do something like that, Prezzo? Because you have contacts across the music industry.
Most definitely.
Would you do something?
I am, I feel like, right now, this is the best time of my life ever. Because I feel like, I just opened up a new page, taking everything as it comes. So a song is definitely going to come, on that tip, We Are the World tip, and a lot more. First and foremost, I want to like focus on, the parts in our country that people suffer from malnutrition.
Yeah.
Once I shed some light there, then we keep dealing with other African
branch
countries.
out.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
So
there's no way I can let you go, Prezzo, without asking about your better half or former better half now.
Yeah.
Where does that go? I mean, is it over? Is it because you keep talking about your daughter all the time?
yes, sir.
Daughter's like your life almost.
Oh man, she is my life for sure.
How old is she?
She's 3 years old now.
3?
Yes, sir.
I got a 5-year-old, man.
Big up, man.
Can hook it up.
So,
But the wife part is,
in life, like you undergo through situations whereby, they either shape you up to be a better person, or it's a learning experience, a learning curve. I love my wife. That's the honest truth, because she's the mother to my child. But sometimes, like just because there's love doesn't mean that you can actually stay together. It's not easy at all,
Yeah.
I wish things would have been different and everything, but everything happens for a reason.
Word.
So,
and like Tupac said, life goes on, right?
life goes on, man. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You feel me, man?
Prezzo, man, what a pleasure, man.
Bro,
keep it up.
No, I
keep
should
it
say
up.
it's been a pleasure to be on your bench, because I always wanted to come to the bench. But like once you're a president, like Obama's going to tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
I was talking to the guy last night, but anyway.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Like the bench, as a president, you have to have something, of substance to actually bring to the bench.
Word.
Not just me coming and going like, yes, Jeff, otherwise, otherwise, lack of conversation.
Correct.
You get me?
Damn,
I appreciate you, man.
Keep it up, bro.
Thank you, sir.
You make us proud.
Thank you very
Seriously,
much, sir.
you make us
Asante.
proud.
Nashukuru.
You know, when I say the words all Kenyan all the time, it's people like you
Thank you, sir.
who come to mind.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.
Asante, son.
Wow, Jackson Makini, folks, a.k.a. Prezzo, a.k.a. Ambassador. That's right, representing this country at the highest levels, folks. This after surviving 91 days in the Big Brother house and competing against the best and the brightest across Africa. He is one of our own. Kenyan first, everything else second. And basically, what Prezzo says is, what you see is what you get. He also says, stay tuned. There are bigger things coming your way, thanks to the King of Bling, the Sultan of Swag. Whoa! What a guest, what a show, what a week it's been on the bench, folks. It makes me proud when I have guests like Prezzo on the bench, because you cannot find guests like him anywhere else but right here on the bench on the award-winning station, K24, where we are, no doubt, yes indeed, you guessed it, even in times of swaggerific, we are still all Kenyan.
1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Now all I gotta do is walk through the damn door. I'm like Air Jordan every time I score. Got Goldie by my side saying give me some more, for sure. 9/11 now, watch me blow. Broadcasting live on K24. PREZZO, Messiah Warrior representing that 254. Gonna quench your thirst like Sprite, that's for sure. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. Can't no man test that swag of Prezzo. I arrest my case. One love, my brother. Thank you.
And you made that up.
Yes, sir.
Capital Talk is filmed at Fairmont, the Norfolk.